On September 11th, 2025, the world stands at a crossroads, far removed from the certainties of the post-Cold War era. The era of uncontested American leadership is over. A new axis is emerging. China's Xi Jinping, Russia's Vladimir Putin, and North Korea's Kim Jong-un now stand united, not by ideology, but by a shared opposition to the US-led order. Their joint appearance at a Beijing military parade was a bold declaration. The global rulebook is up for revision. This alliance signals a pragmatic convergence of interests, not friendship. China's economic rise, Russia's military assertiveness, and North Korea's nuclear ambitions have crystallized into a coalition challenging Western dominance. The West is uneasy as these leaders deploy economic, military, and diplomatic tools to reshape the world. We'll explore their motivations, strategies, and what this means for the future global order. Are we witnessing the birth of a new world order, or just a fleeting alliance in turbulent times? For 3 decades after the Soviet Union's collapse, the US dominated a unipolar world. American power was projected through alliances like Nato and institutions such as the UN, shaping a liberal international order. The US dollar reigned supreme, and Western economic models set the rules. Yet this dominance bred resentment, especially after actions like the 2003 Iraq invasion, which exposed the system's flaws. Russia and China saw NATO's expansion and democracy promotion as direct threats. In these cracks, today's challenges found their opening. The seeds of the current upheaval were sown in the very order the US built. The challenge to the West grew gradually, driven by ambition and grievance. China, under Yi, abandoned its low-profile approach, seeking global leadership backed by economic might. Russia, under Putin, aims to reverse post-Soviet humiliation, using force to reclaim influence, most notably in Ukraine. North Korea, once isolated, now leverages its nuclear arsenal for global relevance. This trio is united by opposition to US hegemony, not ideology. China offers Russia economic lifelines. Russia provides military tech. North Korea supplies arms and gains legitimacy. At the Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit, Xi openly criticized US dominance, pushing for alternative global structures. Their partnership is transactional, but its impact is profound. Together, they are reshaping global power dynamics. The world is watching as this axis of upheaval grows bolder. As the new axis grows bolder, Western institutions are under pressure. The UN Security Council is paralyzed by vetoes, unable to resolve major crises like Ukraine or Gaza. Many in the global South now question the UN's relevance. NATO, though still powerful, faces resource strains and internal divisions exposed by the war in Ukraine and debates over burden sharing. Europe is increasingly aware it can't rely solely on US leadership. Russia exploits these fractures, testing NATO's unity and resolve. China's main weapon is economic influence, not military might. The Belt and Road Initiative weaves a web of trade and infrastructure, binding over 120 countries to Beijing. China's loans come with few political strings, appealing to many leaders. New institutions like the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Development Bank challenge Western financial dominance. China pushes the renminbi in global trade, seeking insulation from US sanctions. Yet, China remains vulnerable, dependent on imports and global trade, including with the US. Its challenge to the order is bold, but not without risk. While China wields economic power, Russia and North Korea provide military muscle. Putin's war in Ukraine is a direct assault on Europe's security order, testing NATO's resolve. Despite sanctions, Russia endures, aided by Iranian drones and North Korean troops and munitions. Kim Jong-un's nuclear arsenal and new partnerships have elevated North Korea's global role. Russia shares technology, making North Korea a more potent threat. This military cooperation creates a dangerous synergy with lessons and resources shared. China observes closely, learning for its own ambitions in the Pacific. Together, they probe Western weaknesses on multiple fronts. Xi, Putin, and Kim are driven by survival, ambition, and grievance. For Putin, the alliance is a lifeline: economic support, military supplies, and diplomatic cover. Xi seeks to restore China's global stature, leading an alternative order and consolidating power at home. Kim craves relevance and security, using his nuclear arsenal and new alliances to elevate his regime. Their shared grievance, the US-led order, threatens their rule and ambitions. Sanctions, alliances, and democracy promotion are seen as existential threats. This sense of being targeted by the West binds them together. Their cooperation is pragmatic, not friendly, but it's reshaping the global landscape. The Axis is held together by mutual need and a common adversary. The rise of this axis creates volatility and risk for all nations. US allies face military and economic pressure, while non-aligned countries struggle to balance competing powers. India, for example, walks a tightrope between the West and the new axis. The global South risks being caught in a new great power rivalry. Yet, competition for influence brings opportunities. Nations can leverage offers from both sides. China's no-strings aid appeals to many, while Europe is pushed to develop its own strategic autonomy. The challenge: navigate dangers while seizing new opportunities. The world is being reshaped, and every nation must adapt. The world is at a pivotal moment, with the US-led order under siege. China, Russia, and North Korea are actively dismantling old structures and building new ones. The UN and Nato are strained, while alternative forums and security pacts rise. This fragmentation brings both risk and opportunity. Smaller nations may gain leverage, but instability looms. The central question: is this a lasting new order or a temporary alliance of convenience? The Axis is united by shared enemies, not a shared vision. The challenge is real, and the global balance is shifting. The future is uncertain, and the world's next chapter is being written.